Yo, what's up guys? So I'm going to do a quick review of 4 different camping pads that I bought over Amazon, let you know some of my thoughts. Obviously I've never taken them out in the woods yet, but it doesn't really matter. I'm testing them inside my house. So, I have 4 different pads here. I have the Wellact pad, regular camping pad. This brand is called the Kamali camping pad. We have the Therm-a-Rest base camp. And there is the Teton Comfort Light camping pad. So, out of all 4 of these camping pads, the one that I really love the most is the Wellact camping pad. It was one of the more expensive, about $80 to $90. But unfortunately, it's not the camping pad that I'm going to pick because it is far too large. But if you are a person that is a little heavier set, this camping pad is a dream. This is the Wellact camping pad. You can see how thick it is. It's about 3 inches thick here. This camping pad is extremely plush, very soft. It feels like kind of like a solid blend of foam and a little bit of air. Most of the other pads, it feels more like you're sleeping on kind of a more compact air mattress, but this thing really does feel like a blend of just solid structured foam, and it really is incredible. The problem is that it's too wide for me. This camping pad is about 30 inches wide compared to the other ones at about 20 to 24 inches. Really well solid construction though. This thing actually self-inflates just through by turning this nozzle here. And only 2 out of the 4 pads, this along with the Kamali pad, actually self-inflate enough where you don't need to put extra air in them. The other 2 pads, the Therm-a-Rest and the Teton pad, didn't seem like they could self-inflate firm enough, or that's just the way that they're supposed to be. I really can't figure it out. But this thing, you open up the air valve, you let it sit for like, some time. I kind of just I went and did the other things. I'm sure it wouldn't take long, like 20 minutes, half an hour, if that, just to let it self-inflate. But like I said, this thing is so very plush, super comfortable. It's got a little bit of a raised headrest kind of here. This pad is extremely soft and very nice. Definitely not a backpacking pad, obviously. This is more of car camping. Far outweighs any air mattress. I used to sleep on a full-size air mattress, having to pump that up with a hand pump or an electric pump that barely got pure firmness, air constantly leaking out all night. This is miles in the right direction. That's it. The pad that I'm going to probably go with, knocking stuff over here. Nope. Surprisingly, this Kamali pad, it actually isn't too bad. It's actually one of the lowest priced pads. I think it was about $40 to $50. But for the price point, it's actually a pretty decent pad. Pros are that it's solid construction. You can see, big thick seams. It's about 2 inches wide. It's soft enough. It feels more like air though. You can feel the air. You can feel the foam too, but it's definitely more of the air mattress feel. But solid construction. The greatest thing is that, like I said, you open up this valve, you let it sit, and it's going to self-inflate on its own. The biggest thing I dislike about this pad is just the material. You can hear that. It's like a polyester, just this really smooth, kind of like those polyester pants you used to wear as a kid, and that blended with your sleeping bag, which is probably polyester, all night long, and it's not going to be the best, but hey, it's a pretty solid pad. Like I said, it's pretty comfortable. It's nice and thick. I like that it's a square. I like that it's a little bit wider. I like 24 inches or so, 25 inches. I like it over the Therm-a-Rest base camp for the fact that it is square. You know, the Therm-a-Rest is kind of so flat that you can't really tell if you're on that pad or if you're going to be on the ground. It's also a lot more like compact and firmer, the Therm-a-Rest is. I like how this is a little bit more plush. It's obviously going to be a little bit bigger for backpacking, but for car camping, which is what I'm using these for, is going to be in your best bet. It also has buttons over here on the side, so I suppose you could snap these together with another pad and with someone else that's camping right next to you. Obviously, it's not going to be flush because, but it's going to be pretty dang close. So it has buttons. Okay. Then I'd say number 3 is that Therm-a-Rest camping pad. It's rated for a little more cold weather, like a 6R rating. This camping pad, you know, I felt kind of torn because it is definitely a nice pad. Just, it's supposed to be also about 2 inches, but it seems a little bit thinner to me. It doesn't have like the solid construction. It feels more like just a tight air pad. You know, it's not too bad of a pad. The problem is, like I said, it's not as like with the kind of the rounded sides here. You kind of just feel like you don't know if you're on the pad or the mat. The biggest thing I dislike is the fact that this Wellact patented valve, which is all the marketing hype about it, did not self-inflate this pad. Although it's easy to use, you open it here by twisting it, and then you pull that lever too, and it's supposed to self-inflate. Well, it does partially, but definitely not to the kind of the firmness that most people like me would like. So you do have to blow into it a couple times. Not a huge deterrent, but this pad was obviously a little more expensive. This is, I think, $67. So you think for Therm-a-Rest, it would kind of have that self-inflating feature. The other thing I kind of dislike about both this pad and the Wellact pad is that it's nice that it's a little firmer of material, maybe a little more puncture-proof, but for some reason it gets dirty super easily. Like it picks up everything. So anyways, that's the Therm-a-Rest pad. And this pad, I'm kind of upset about it because you know what? It's a really beautiful pad. The Teton series, Comfort Light, regular size pad. You know, in my opinion, like it's supposed to be 2 inches thick. This definitely is not 2 inches thick to me. And I've let this thing self-inflate now for about an hour, and so you open up this valve like the other ones, and you could blow into it. But you hear air is coming out. So, you know, the really confusing thing too is that the advertisement has showed that it has a valve that you release, like you pull open like that, and then only on the XXL pad are just this simple unscrew valve. Well, this obviously is not the valve that I see on the advertisement where you pull open to release and then twist. So I don't understand that. I mean, it's definitely comfortable, but it's not nearly as thick as the other pads. I think this would definitely be more of a backpacking tent. Even though it is slightly heavy, it's pretty long. And the thing I like the most about this pad is the fact that it's got this microfiber soft cotton cloth here on the top. Feels great compared to like the polyester. It said that it has this kind of anti-sliding, more of a solid backing, but really it's just more of a, you know, coarser material. It's nothing that's like designed necessarily to not slip around like they said. It's got Velcro here on the sides that you can attach to another pad. It's got, you know, the coarse side over on this side, and then the receiving end of the Velcro side, the softer Velcro over here. So you could definitely put these next to each other to make a nice like couples camping pad, but definitely too thin in my opinion. Here are the sleeves they come with, and then I will roll them up in fast motion so you can kind of see what they look like when they're rolled up. Very nice. Nice carrying case. You twist open this valve here, you open the wing lock. Obviously a little harder to roll up, it's a lot firmer. Takes a little more strength here. So what they say is that you should, roll the air out with the valve open, obviously, and then you close the valve. Okay, and you roll it out one more time. Repeat the process while keeping this valve closed again this time. that obviously with the valve open to let the air out. Close the valve, unroll it, and then roll it up one more time. There's a little bit of air left in there. Burp out. Definitely pretty light. This is definitely light enough to go backpacking with. Therm-a-Rest base paint. Fits in there easily. Quite a bit of room to spare. Also a nice, real nice carrying handle here. It's got a strap on there and everything. USA built. Of the finest US and global materials. The global ones. Not US, but the globals. What kind of shit is that? Alright, I'm excited to roll this bad boy up, because I actually haven't rolled it back up yet. Open up this valve. The valve feels a lot more cheaper than the other valve, so I'm telling you. Oh, what instead? Here we are. Boom. Technically it came like this, but I'm gonna roll it up like this. So this is kind of awkward. Definitely doesn't roll up nearly as nice as the other one. Kind of hard to get started here. The valve's a lot tighter, it's smaller. I'm not wanting to let go of this air as much. Yeah, I can already tell this one's gonna blow. Not definitely condense as much. Yeah, this is kind of a bitch. It wants to keep sucking air back in. Well, that's pretty dang bulky. The size of this guy. Big old boy. Fucking huge, man. Try her again because there's a lot of freaking air in there. Bring this down a little bit here. Yeah, this thing's kind of a bitch, man. So, on second thought, I'm not sure if I do want to keep this Kamali just based on how difficult it is to roll it up. I mean, it's not the end of the world, but it definitely was not as easy as that Therm-a-Rest. You can see how much thicker it is too. A lot thicker than that Therm-a-Rest. You can get an impression there on just the thin, lighter by loads. This thing's got to be like a pound or two lighter. This thing is heavy. We got this. Actually comes with a elastic strap here, but I might return it, so I'm not going to put that on just yet. Case goes on fine. Definitely plenty of room to get it in there. And last but not least, the big boy. I'm gonna roll this bad boy up. Oh boy. Alright. Open the valve. Oh. Thing's huge. So, there's obviously pros and cons here. The bigger the mat, the harder it is to roll up. That seems kind of logical, doesn't it? Yeah, this takes a lot of work. This sucker is like wrestling an alligator. Oh, crikey! A little big one here. Whoa, wait. Oh my goodness. What is this? Boy, is this tough. Hey, but you know what the funny thing is? The whole time it's taken me to roll up these air mattresses, I'd still be pumping. I mean, the whole time it's taken me to roll up these pads, I'd still be pumping up my air mattress with a hand pump after I'm 4 beers deep or more. Alrighty. Oh, well. Dude, this is crazy. So, I just realized there's 2 valves here. Maybe it would be a lot easier to roll that up, starting out with both the valves up and not just one. Whoops. But you see how thick this guy is? I still gotta re-roll it, but... Okay, let's open up both of them. So now it's time to inflate. Well, you can see how quick it's inflating. I guess I'll just start that over. Alright, good. You can see how fast it inflates. Look at this. We'll just completely start over. Rapid inflation. Look at this. 2 valves sucking air in. This sucker is like... Bam. took like what, 5 to 10 seconds to inflate itself. That was incredible. Alright, let's roll her up with both the valves open now. See if it makes a difference. I don't think it's going to make much of a difference. Yeah. Easy up to home. Alright, so, got it rolled up. Definitely huge. Yeah, big this bad boy. That a little bit. Alright, so see, it comes with a nice container, nice sleeve too, but there is no arm strap, considering it's twice as big as the other pads. Should be. Why isn't there an arm strap on here? Huh? Should be. Just to give you a little bit of dynamic on how big this pad is. You can see, get a decent impression. Sucker's heavy, but it is like sleeping on cloud 9. So anywho, that's my review. I'm really torn between the Therm-a-Rest and the Kamali pad. Now that I got to roll it up, I'm really not sure. I might go with Therm-a-Rest just because it's that much quicker and easier to roll up. The comfort doesn't differ too all that much, so we'll see. Anyways, thanks for watching. Take care.